Gates Adams here on behalf of Apex Trader Funding, and I am here with Barry in New York. Barry, welcome. How are you doing today?
I am doing fantastic today. How you doing?
Excellent, excellent. Well, I appreciate you being here and spending a little time with us today. And obviously, we have you here because you have of course hit that target that every trader, every funded trader in particular, is going for. You've gotten that now. Is this your first payout, as I understand it?
First month of payouts, but multiple payouts in my first month, which it's very exciting. Really is.
That's excellent. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So let's put a frame on this and let people kind of give an idea of a little bit of the background here. First of all, Barry, how long have you been trading?
I've been trading for over 30 years in using my own cash accounts.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, that's fantastic. So you've had quite a bit of experience, and prior to I guess working with Apex Trader Funding, was this the first time that you operated as a funded trader versus self-funding your account?
I actually tried a different organization's system because I was trading Tradeovate with my own money, and they were using Tradeovate. So I said, well, it was just easy for me, and I passed that account. I
Hmm.
passed the eval, and then I learned about Apex, and I actually never bought their funded account because I really didn't want to trade it. But it was great
Gotcha.
to pass it. It was $150,000 account, and I did. It was you had to make nine before you lost, I think, five or
Right.
six, whatever it was. I made the nine. I passed it. It was a great feeling, but I didn't execute on it. I migrated over to Apex, which was around June ish.
Okay.
Okay, and
Gotcha.
that's when I started.
So now you 30 plus years trading at this point. Was this primarily futures or what all have you traded thus far?
Every future you can possibly imagine, and options on futures,
Okay.
both buying options on futures and selling naked premium on futures, everything, commodities, futures, indexes, the whole thing, everything.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
as
So
we discussed earlier, to be honest with everyone, I'm basically a break-even trader over the course of that entire history. I really didn't make a lot of money. I really didn't lose any money. It's kind of just, it was almost a hobby. I've always had other businesses in my life, so it was
sure.
more a hobby and just something to do. But I fully retired like about a year. I have a business that just kind of self runs, but
Hmm.
I fully retired about a year ago. I needed something to do, and that's when I started getting serious again about trading. Okay.
Gotcha.
And I had no idea about funded trading. Actually, I was looking at Forex,
Okay.
was a much bigger funded trader, universe.
Sure.
And that kind of opened my eyes up to this whole funded trader concept. But I don't like Forex. It's not my thing.
Right.
And then when I realized that there's funded trading for futures, that's when I said, this is the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen. It really is. I mean, I couldn't believe that you have the opportunity to actually achieve a funded account. I just couldn't believe it, but it was true.
So that begs the question: when you first heard about funding Forex, I mean, the first go around, when you first learned that this existed as a model, what was your first impression? What was your first thought about someone's going to actually fund your trading?
Yeah, well, I actually 20 something years ago had a Series 7. So
Okay.
I knew about act physically going to a room
Okay.
and trading firm money as a job almost, right? Being
Yeah.
there
So traditional
physically.
prop firm kind
Okay.
of thing.
So
Yeah.
it wasn't so out of realm about the funded trader. What was crazy was to sit in your house and do it and pass a test for really not much money at all, and then
Gotcha.
have that opportunity. That's what blew my mind about the whole funded trader thing. To
Oh,
do it
that's cool.
as an independent entity on your own.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Okay. So, how did you stumble upon Apex? Was it just searching for futures funding, or did somebody bring it to you?
No, once I saw the other operation and there was futures funding, I said, well, let me find the best there is within the category. And as I started reading because I'm kind of my degree's in accounting, so I'm very black and white kind of guy. So
Sure.
I started reading. I read every rule deep, all the facts, every fact from every company, and I started doing a little bit of pros and cons. Okay, and at the end of the day, this is before your changes, your recent changes. At the end of the day, you still had the best program for a trader that there was.
Mhm.
When you switched it up to the 10 days, 7 days, 7 days, 10 days, when you did 25,000, 100%, the first 25, 2 times a month withdrawals, the changes you made were trader oriented.
Mhm.
Um, in again, I'm a very transparent guy. A lot of changes are made. It helps you guys, even
Sure.
though it may appear to help me. It helps you, okay, which is great. But the ones you made, really, really, it's. I basically tell my friends, you kill the category. There is no place else anyone needs to go and to trade because you guys have it all. You just deliver everything there is. I mean, it's
Is
just
there
unbelievable.
is there one thing that you can pinpoint that's like that key, that like that one switch that really just turned it for you, or was it just a just the whole thing together?
Just turn to me for what? What
In
example?
terms of identifying Apex as the best option for you, was there?
I think what I liked about Apex was, well, your pricing was great. Okay, so that helps.
Mhm.
And I liked the payout was amazing. The 90%, ultimately 90%. I just think you offered the best in every realm of being a funded trader. Every element of it, you guys strove to offer the best that you could offer.
That might have
Okay.
been intentional.
Oh, well, yeah.
Excellent.
I believe the best thing you have right now is the 10 days to request a payout.
To earn a payout, yeah.
Not that, hold on, not that I think people should only trade 10 days to get a payout because that's being a little bit aggressive. But the ability to trade 10 days and get a
Mhm.
payout is key. If I was to look at my stats, I think I'm getting payouts on four. I receive payouts on three, and today I put in for a payout on my fourth. It was 26 days, 19 days,
Mhm.
18 days, and this last one was 11 days. But your original trigger was 25 days.
Right,
That was a long obligation
right.
of trading. Okay, and that change you made, when I saw that change, I said these guys have my best interests at heart. Okay, because that was a big difference.
Right. And it's nice because if you lower the number of days, you still have the flexibility on the high side. So
Always. Oh,
it can go any direction.
the other thing was the lifetime buy-in. Okay, because that I know it's not a lot of money, but $85 coming up each month. Let's say you have 10 accounts, it's $850.
Sure.
If you're trading the way you're supposed to trade, which is slow and steady, $850, $850, $850. That's an expensive car payment.
Right.
Okay. The life all my PAs are lifetime because now I could take my time. If I don't want to trade, who
There's no
cares?
pressure.
No pressure. No pressure. That's very important.
And in trading, pressure seems like something you'd want to avoid.
I would think so. Okay. Definitely don't want to trade because you need the money. That is for sure. Okay.
Exactly.
That's for
So
sure.
so you mentioned something earlier before we were recording, and I'll give you an opportunity if you want to address this. How many evaluations did you go through before you got a payout?
Over 135.
Over 135.
135.
So so everything seems to have hit at once.
Yeah,
Once
I'm
you
gonna
got
tell you
here.
why. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
So let me just say this: over 135 evaluations and 26 paid accounts out of
Okay.
that 135 evaluations. I don't have 26 paid accounts now, but I've blown those two.
Sure.
Okay, and this is starting in June. Um, I'm going to tell you what I believe is the number one reason why this month it all came together for me. Okay. Um, my mom passed away a month ago,
Sorry.
96. Thank you, 96 years old. Okay, all right. Not sick, just got sick and passed away. Okay. And she had not a lot of money, and I have money, but I'm a little weird about money. My money is just like I'm very protective of my money. Um, my wife and I live really well in New York. Okay, no mortgage, own a house. I mean, we're okay. I don't want to be a schmuck, but we live okay. Um, and I just said, wow. this is like free dough. It was like the I didn't I didn't care as much anymore about the money.
Right.
Okay. So the fear went away. And I started, what is the fear? I see a setup and I'm afraid to take the trade. Okay. That's the fear. I'm afraid to
Mhm.
take the trade. When you lose that fear, you take the trade, it's a winner. It's a winner. It's a winner because it's a setup that you trained yourself. That is a setup. Go short, go long, whatever it is. And but you're afraid. And what you would do is, the old story. You let your losers run and you cut your profits short, right? And I think it was just a total mental release. Okay,
Right.
it's the only thing. I can't think of anything else.
Huh.
And the fear went away, and I just traded with pure mechanical business like approach to trading, no more emotions, and it just clicked. Winner. I would show my friends, like I'd take a picture of the total P&L in Ninja Trader, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
In Ninja Trader in the accounts, right?
Mhm.
With all the green total P&L, they're all lined up. I would send my friend, I go click picture, and he'd like, dude, what are you doing? It'd be like anywhere from 120 to $500 across 20 evaluation accounts. You're
Right.
like, dude, what are you doing? I'm trading. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just this, I don't know. It's just like a release. There's nothing else I could say other than it could be coincidental, but that's what happened.
Probably unlikely, considering that this trend seems to be continuing as you just
Yes,
requested another payout.
absolutely,
So
absolutely, no question about it. Yeah,
the day you stop working for the money, whether it's your job or trading or whatever the case may be, is probably the day when money starts coming easy.
it's true. It's
Yeah.
funny because we went away. We went on vacation to Bahamas like 2 weeks ago,
Mhm.
which was a great place to go. It's fun, and I was gone from Tuesday to Sunday. I was bummed out I wasn't trading Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm telling you, it's like because it becomes not a job, it's a passion, it's a
Mhm.
love. I mean, I wake up in the morning at I do trading 5 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. I'm trading, you know, I I'll get up to go to the bathroom at 4 in the morning. My screen is on all the time.
Yeah.
I'll peek in the office room, and based on the volume, because it's got to be some action, okay?
Sure.
But I've got a little volume ticker that shows every minute how many transactions are occurring every minute. It keeps, resets. And if I see action, I'll take trades at 5:30 in the morning, 4 in the morning. I don't care, but I'm a scalper because you have
Yeah.
to scalp
No,
until
no.
obviously with the trailing drawdown, you have to scalp.
Yeah.
And my favorite trade is one NQ for 3 points. That's my favorite trade in the world. $60 gross. I love that trade. It's a
Yeah.
great trade. Sometimes it's instantaneous. It's literally when you look at the timing of the execution, the buy and the sell at the same second. I mean, that's
Oh
how I
yeah.
love the trade. Yeah, it's
Oh
awesome.
yeah. I in fact today was not good to me because NQ was moving
Crazy day
so
today.
fast.
Crazy day today. It's been
And
it's been insane for the last couple of days. The spreads, you could look at the bid and ask. The spreads are so wide, like sometimes they're 2.5 points, and the action is so fast, you got to say, whoa, something's going on here. If you're
you got to
wrong,
be.
you're wrong, you're wrong 20 points
Yeah,
in
well,
that.
you got to be real careful. I actually have a 21 tick stop on my scalp. By the time it actually executed, it was down 58 ticks.
Oh, oh yeah, it was insane. I did make some trades that I got lucky, but I 90% of them were done before the market opened. So,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, and you know what? I'm starting to look at different time frames because I've always kind of just traded the market open for the first hour and a half, 2 hours, and I'm not sure that that's always the best time. But
Let me give you some insight. What I discovered that when you do trade before the market open, okay, I'm just going to say, let's say from well, with daylight with the time change, we picked up that hour, which makes more action at 6 in the morning, okay. But if you do get into a trade that goes against you a couple of points, your chances of recovering from that trade are greater in that pre-market than during the regular trading hours. Okay. So if I go long and I'm 4 or 5 points against me, I'm not panicking at that point. I would tell you that 95% of the time, I'll either get to break even or make my 3-point target at that hour.
Yeah.
During the regular trading hours, if it goes against you 6, 7 points, you may never see your number again. Okay,
Right.
you're gonna get stopped out.
Right. Right. Well, that's interesting, and that's interesting for me specifically because I am looking at different time frames, and I was playing around with the afternoon session today. I didn't like that much better.
No, no. If you're gonna play for any, if you're going for anything besides the 9:45 to 10:30 time frame Eastern, if you're going for any, go for the early hours because
Okay.
you're gonna like the pace. The pace is much more measured. Trends are more defined,
Uh-huh.
and the odds of I don't tell this to a lot of people, but if you have to quote unquote double up, okay, your odds of recovering on that are exponentially greater in the pre-market than during the market. I'll tell everyone the bottom line. All those accounts that blew up were not one contract blowups. All those accounts were adding to a loser. Okay. And again, that's all mental. That's saying
Right.
I don't want to take a loser. I
Gotcha.
refuse to take my loss. So long one. Now I'm going to go long two more. Now I'm long three. Oh, it's still against me. I'm going to go long three more. Now I'm long six. And before you know it, oh, I'm minus 2,500. I'm blown up. Okay. I'm just, that's reality.
Right.
No loser was a one contract blow up. They were all, I've had 10 contracts on the table,
Just scale it
at
and
times.
scale it and scale it until you're done.
In the
One way or
evaluation,
another.
obviously not in a PA, but in evaluation,
Sure.
it's total stupidity. It's total ridiculous. And once you conquer that stupidity, you become a smart guy and you don't do that anymore.
There you go. The mental game for sure. The mental
Mental
game for
game,
sure.
mental game.
Well, this has been actually a heck of a lot of fun. We've gotten into a lot more, I think, than we do in some of the other interviews, all of which I think is incredibly valuable. Now, by the way, you said you never tell anybody, you just told hundreds of thousands of people who will eventually watch this. So
It's okay.
there you go. Take with a grain of salt.
Okay.
So, but nonetheless, this has definitely been fantastic. Any last pieces of advice? If you've got someone in front of you who's about to go down that funded trader route, what
Right.
piece of advice would you give them going in?
Okay. Take it if when you're doing your evaluation account, you could be, if you want, a little bit more aggressive, okay, because you're learning. Okay, it's really a learning experience, and I believe the only way to learn is to have scratch in the game.
Mhm.
So anyone that tells me they use a sim account, I laugh because sim account is meaningless to me. Even the $36 on a $50,000 evaluation,
Mhm.
that's skin in the game.
Sure.
Okay, okay. So learn with real evaluation accounts, and when
Mhm.
you get to a paid account, you've got to change your mindset and you've got to go very, very slow and very conservative. I do not use a copy trader in paid accounts, but I will use one in evaluation
Mhm.
accounts. Okay. Because now you're talking real money. I'm going to
Sure.
tell people that I have spent probably over $6,000 along the way, right? With all those evaluations and all those paid accounts.
Mhm.
And with today's request, I'm taking out $8,000. So I needed to be made whole, not
Sure.
because I needed the 8,000, because mentally I needed to be made whole. Okay. Now that I'm made whole, my entire frame is long term now. So
Right.
short term, I wanted my money, like any business. If you buy a bar, you want to get your money back that you invested as soon as possible. Then you could take your time. So I got back my investment, and now my focus is slow, steady, long term. And if you could pull, $1,000 a month per account out of 10 accounts, you're living better than, most of the
Most.
people that you know. Okay. So, and again, for me, I'm in retirement mode. So that would be very cool. You know,
Exactly.
doing what I love. No
And
less.
that's the beauty of it. You got to love it because it
Oh yeah.
will I mean it's like a relationship.
Oh, I
And
love it. I love trading. I love
There you
trading.
go.
I'm like you. I'm set up. I bought the fastest trading computer you can buy from Easy Trade, Easy Trading Computers.
Oh
I
yeah, I've
mean,
got my Eddie's easy trading
right.
computers.
I got the 46,500 processor. I got, four 37-inch screens. I mean, I've got, you got to do what you got to do. It's a
Yeah,
business. You got to put money into your business, invest in yourself, invest in your business, and eventually stick with it. It's going to pay back. If you're a terrible trader and you just can't get with it, it's not for you. It's not for everyone.
right.
The smartest kids in the world with billion-dollar computers are trying to make 30% a year returns, if you think about that, right?
It's true.
The smartest kids out of the most prestigious schools are being recruited to maybe make a 30% annual return.
Mhm.
Well, if you think about what we're looking to make here, really, we're looking to make a 30% per week return or
Right.
whatever it is. Okay. So it is hard stuff and you really got to stick with it. And
Sure.
it's not for everyone, but if it is for you and you could do it, it's amazing. It's incredible.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Barry, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. This has definitely been very enlightening and certainly a lot of fun. So we definitely appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing more success. We do these pretty regularly, so give it a couple of months after another couple of payouts. We'd love to have a recap with you and see how everything's going then, if that sounds
I
good.
hope I'm going to have another couple of payouts. Okay. That would be the greatest thing. Thank you.
There you go.
Appreciate it.
We'd
You're a
love to
good
see
guy.
it.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks,
Okay.
Barry.
All right. Take care.